My parents divorced when I was probably 18 months old. Kind of went through a lot of difficult things as a child, which kind of led me to this field later on. I moved from grandparents' house to dad's house to mom's house to kind of back and forth. What led me to counseling was trying to become someone that I needed when I was growing up. It would have been so beneficial for me to be able to speak to a counselor who knew what I was going through or could empathize with that and help guide me through some of those things. When I share with kids, like came from a home where parents were divorced or substance use was happening or mental health struggles. And, I'll always joke with them, like, I think I turned out okay, and they'll kind of laugh, and just kind of seeing that gives them hope. When I entered college, I thought for sure I was going to be a teacher. I was an education major. I was going to teach high school English. And so I got to my sophomore year of college and took my very first psychology class, and I knew as soon as I took the class, I was like, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. In working with clients, I feel like everyone is striving to be a version of their best selves. I think everyone's trying to get there, but we all need some help along the way, whether that's because of past traumatic situations we've been through or current situations we're going through. I think it's really helpful to have somebody to kind of walk with you through that and who's not directly emotionally invested in your situation. I think that's the difference in talking to family members or friends versus someone who's a professional. There's no judgment, and someone to help ask you, like, what do you want? Because I may have a lot of ideas about, well, I think this person needs this and this and this to get to where they feel that they are operating as their best selves. But the client may see that very differently. And so really kind of walking with them along that journey, like, where do you want to see? Like, what would help you know that you are where you want to be? As an adult, I really found myself going to counseling when my husband and I decided to start having a family. And we had a lot of infertility issues. Lost 2 babies along the way, and eventually got to the point where we created our family through the blessing of adoption. Both of our children are adopted. I love being a mom. It is the hardest thing I've ever done. Probably the most rewarding thing too. I hate thinking about like where they would be now if they weren't with us, given some of the situations and struggles. Our son has autism, and so he has a lot of needs that I think that wouldn't be met probably if he was still in his biological family. I am okay now. And part of that, I got there through counseling. I really have a heart for helping others get to that place too. I love working with parents too, just to kind of help them along their journeys. Our circumstances, our situations we go through don't have to write the rest of our story. We're able to take control at some point and say, okay, this has happened to me, but I'm going to work through this and I'm going to get the help that I need so that I can move past this and be okay.